So Habs fans, I'm just going to come out and say it right from the get-go. Don't shoot the messenger here. I love this guy as much as anybody. He's a fan favorite in the Montreal Canadiens organization. And hey, before I actually reveal who it is, don't cheat. Don't go look in the comments. Don't do anything. Pause this video right now and comment down below who you think I'm going to be talking about. As a question that I'm asking, was this a huge mistake by the Montreal Canadiens that it's going to cost them for quite a while? Pause it now and guess who you think I'm going to talk about in the comments down below. If you got it right, like the video. By the way, subscribe if you haven't already, if you're new here. Usually I say this at the end, but let's try saying it at the beginning here. Like, subscribe, and comment down below for me. Of course, I'm talking about Brendan Gallagher here. And again, hey, like I said, he's a fan favorite. I love Gally so much. He's been my favorite Montreal Canadian for a long time here. Ever since he broke in during that lockout shortened 2013 season, I've been in love with the guy. I love the way he plays. Me and my dad would watch this guy and say, "Oh, il a tellement du cœur." He's got so much heart, Brendan Gallagher does, and he just fights so hard, and man, he was awesome. And clearly, Marc Bergevin loved him more maybe than all the Habs fans do, because when Bergevin was interviewed about the Gallagher extension, he started tearing up. Okay, he started tearing up a little bit, getting emotional because of how important Gallagher was to the team and to him as a person and the relationship they have. So clearly, this guy's made an impact on so many Habs fans' hearts and even the Habs management. But, however, a guy who, look at him right now. Okay, he makes $6.5 million right now, and he's injured again. He's going through injury problems, it seems like every year, and they're significant. Remember the whole issue with the hand that got hit by the puck, and there was a bunch of bones broken in there, and every year it seems he has a significant injury or two. And for a guy who already isn't quick in the boots, that is not a good sign. And he's not 23 anymore either. Like, we're not talking about the young guns, Gallagher and Galchenyuk anymore. This is not what we're talking about with Brendan Gallagher. He's one of the oldest guys on the team. He's 30 years old. And he has 3 goals, 5 assists in 22 games this year. I know, again, he's injured right now. But that, to me, is precisely why this can end up being such a tough contract for the Montreal Canadiens. He's in the second year of his $6.5 million per year contract with a full no trade, no move clause until 2027 when he's 35 years old. And again, I was one of the people in the summer advocating, saying, hey, I believe in Brendan Gallagher. I think he can get his play up to a point where he's good enough to where a team will want him. I think he can play his way into another team's heart where they're going to say, man, that guy would help us in the playoffs. He would work his tail off and give us some really dirty, greasy goals when our skill players are being taken away. Like, take all the salary cap out of it. Don't you think a team like Edmonton would love Brendan Gallagher? I mean, I know they have Zach Hyman, who's basically Gallagher on roids here, but I think that if Edmonton could take a swing at Gallagher for a retained salary, which I know wouldn't happen, I think they would absolutely love that. A team like Colorado, a team like Calgary, where you need a guy who can bang away and grease one in front of the net. Teams would be interested if he didn't have another 5 years left at $6.5 million and he's injury prone. To me, that's where the huge mistake was. And I understand if Bergevin doesn't sign to that contract, somebody else does in free agency. But to me, this seems like a big mistake for the Montreal Canadiens. Not because of the money and the player, but because of the health. It's so clear right now that Gally is going to be battling injuries for a long time, maybe for the rest of this contract. Again, I can live with Gallagher playing with this type of money. I understand it's going to look bad. He's going to start posting 5, 10 goal seasons, and it's not going to look good. But he could provide other value in the room and in the bottom six and helping shepherd and mentor younger players and showing them the ropes. I understand he can do that while he's out with injuries, but not as well. So I can live with that. What I can't live with is the constant injuries with this price tag attached to him. And I know you're going to mention, oh, well, that's why there's LTIR. They can just put him on LTIR, IR. I know that that's going to be mentioned because of the Kucherov situation in Tampa when they were winning cups, the Mark Stone situation in Vegas, etc. Look, LTIR is a band-aid solution that honestly kicks the can down the road and gives GMs even more headaches and sometimes puts them in even more cap trouble where you have to dump some of your really good players that you really don't want to get rid of in order to make room for a guy when he comes off LTIR. And yes, maybe if Galley's career gets cut short, which that was me knocking on wood. I don't want that to happen. I don't want Galley's career to get cut short. I love the guy. But if it does, yes, you're talking about a different situation, a Carey Price type situation. But again, that's a huge if. And you definitely should not be banking on that when you're in year 2 of a contract here. So for me, this was a huge mistake by Marc Bergevin. I mean, as much as I love the guy, I hate to say it, it might have been worth it to just let him go or trade him. I mean, right now it looks bad, man. And hey, right now it's all candy canes and lollipops for Habs fans with the young kids coming up. When you have to pay Caufield, you're going to have to pay Slafkovsky, Gooley. You're going to have to look for a number 1 goalie who's going to command a good amount of money. There's going to be other players who have to get paid. Nick Suzuki's making some pretty good money right now as well, too. Like, it's going to get tight in Montreal if it isn't already. And that Gallagher money is going to really hurt at some point, especially because these injuries are making it so he's basically untradeable. Let's not make any bones about it. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. As usual, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.